from Canvas Stadium in Fort Collins, Colorado. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the Boise State Broncos and the Colorado State Rams. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Thanks, guys. I did check in with the Boise State head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Broncos ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Buys a little time. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Guys, let's take a minute and look big picture at Colorado State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Wants to throw on first down. Stepping to the right. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
A give to Brown. There's a crease. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback adapting. Turning it on. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
The Rams look to keep this drive humming. Handoff for Brown. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the option. Now the toss. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
He's going to take off. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Now sliding to his left. Finds a crease at the 20. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rams!
And that's a great job by the QB using his legs. David, how many times this year have we seen that? This guy already has over 1,000 yards rushing coming into this game. Defenses know that he's going to do this, and still they're unable to stop him. Speed is something you simply cannot coach, and you may have it diagrammed perfectly on the board and guys in position to stop it, but that speed, man, it just changes everything.
And I think you can't simulate it either. To find that kind of speed at the quarterback spot, like you practice against your scout team, but when you see it, it's a different animal. And you saw him take off, and no one could get to him. But this offense, it's built around him and his playmaking ability, and the defense got an up-close and personal look right there on that first drive.
Looking for a gap. It's Riley. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And Boise State, man, it seems like they always find their guy. And Dylan Riley replaces Ashton Jeanty. They're going to run the football. Palmer, they make no bones about it. They're a physical run team. They play action off of that. But whoever's at the running back spot is going to get fed.
Yeah, Riley had his big opportunity a year ago, and, man, he shined. He averaged almost 6 yards a carry. He was an explosive play waiting to happen. And I think having that year under his belt now has given him so much more confidence going into this season, and he is going to be the focal point, I think, of this Broncos offense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To throw, it's Madsen. Finds his man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, on that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after they catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, going to the air. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
The Colorado State offense heads onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looks as if he's going to run it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They want to run this quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. That's the end of the quarter, and Colorado State is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played 1 period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. Before they snap it on 4th down, we have a timeout call. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Starts to scramble to the left. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Colorado State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Goff. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And so the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. The RPO, it's complete.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Rams offense on the field and ready to get started. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Right back to him on the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Gets rid of it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He's going to run it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Fourth down, no problem. Call your own number. He does a great job sticking the ball in the belly of the running back, pulling that thing out, taking off and running, and knowing he had the first down. Nice job by this offense to get a fresh set of downs.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And the Rams trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tight end now in motion. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
That defensive front was a stone wall on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Touchdown, Colorado State. And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Using his legs, it's Riley. Fights off a defense. Another broken tackle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back.
Makes the grab in their space. And he's finally ushered out of bounds, but not before. He makes a good gain.
And you never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I...
Could be an alley. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And now the Broncos call their first of 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Broncos! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going to let it fly. A 50-50 ball, and he just out-fought the defender and made the catch.
And, man, this QB has delivered all year long. All the hype coming in as a freshman. Like, will he get on the field? Not only does he get on the field, now we're talking late in the season about being a true freshman quarterback, possibly winning a Heisman. You talk about a guy that has handled every moment and embraced it and excelled. This guy has been phenomenal.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Oh, he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Under fire. Buried before he could blink. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 8 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Buckeyes who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. Make it now 6 straight victories for this team in what's turning into a very notable season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Running to Green. Picks up the first down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Looking for a man. It's Madsen. Throws for the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Wagner. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Bates.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
And the Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Might have a chance. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
Looking to throw, it's Madsen. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
From the red zone, it's Riley. Breaks the tackle. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country. And his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
Going to the ground. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
I can imagine at half, this defense was like, all right, we've got to stop the running game. He's gotten too many yards. What do they do on the first drive now? They give him the football, and he makes another big gain. This defense has to find some answers. They got to wrap him up. They got to get him on the ground. They can't keep getting gashed.
Touchdown, Broncos! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Gain of 9 on that one. Third down and short. He needs a yard.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
On third down, here's Brown. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
He'll keep it on second down, and he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Catch in the middle. It's Brown. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Keeps looking downfield. He gets it inside the 40, but he stopped at the 39, and that's not quite enough for the first down.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back. Play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football, I tackle him on the ground, and I force the fourth down.
Maybe a little long for a field goal, definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go with Brown. There's some room. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Man, I absolutely love this, man. I love offenses that stay aggressive. Like, yes, you could have kicked the field goal. Obviously, the longer the field goals get, man, the least amount of percentages you make. Stay aggressive. Keep it in your offensive hands. And I love the physicality up front on that fourth down.
But defense, we have got to find a way to get that guy on the ground. That is poor tackling. It's poor run defense. It's one thing in that situation to give up a first down, fine. You can't let him take it to the house. For an explosive run like that, that is a backbreaker if you're on defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Madsen. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Broncos peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short as teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Boise State. Somehow, they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. The Broncos fight back and take the lead.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Quarterback keeps it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
The Rams will line it up on 1st and 10. A give to Brown. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle?
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you can tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and fishing towards his right, and then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble.
The running threat of the QB it gives you the +1. It's just such a headache. He can
hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Keep it on the ground. It's Brown. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here,
here's a little room there. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards.
Turning it on. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw, it's Madsen. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back to their offense. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. And now the Broncos called their first of 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout taken by Boise State. Second time they've stopped the clock here in the half. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. And the Rams will punt this one away. Now, if you're really worried about the block, I guess you could think about taking the safety here in the free kick. Now on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
He'll make his way out of bounds. Nice pickup, and more importantly, he gets the clock stopped.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky.
And the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Defense leaving nothing to chance. Stripping away and jumping on that football. And they're going to get out of here with a victory. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They're going to mark him down, and where that spot is looks as if it's going to be just a hair short of the first down. Trailing by a touchdown, this fourth down opportunity is gargantuan. Tries to get it on the ground. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Do you think that coach really had any doubt? He's in his own territory, but you only have a few inches to go.
Go, go, go. I don't care what side of the field it is, 4th and inches. I'm going for it. I like my chances.
Looking for a man. It's Madsen. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
Maybe a double pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish. The interception as the clock reaches 0.